Okay, so I want to show you what I've been up to recently. So I got these lovely, they're plastic, what they're supposed to be. Plastic border fence, for your borders. And they've got spikes on so you can stick them in. But I found a different use for them. See, I'm using them as my peony supports. I mean, you could support any plant that needs supporting with these. And look, you've got that nice decorative look. And I've got these to support my peonies out there in the border and in a pot. And they're brilliant. You could put, if you got something big, you could put two together. They're slot. They're fixed together, see. But aren't they nice? So they were about $1.99 from Home Bargains. Absolutely brilliant because they'll last for years and years and years around my peonies. And they actually look quite nice as well. So there you are. So top tip there. Or alternatively, you can have them as can you imagine, like a border fence. But I don't like a border fence because it's going to stop me weeding and stuff. I like it a nice edge on the border from, between the border and the grass. I like that, but that's okay. And the other thing was, look, this is absolutely brand new. In fact, I don't think doesn't look like it's been used, but anyway, I better wash it anyway, so I'll take it out on the gravel. Now I don't know how much these are, but I bet they're the best part of £30. Who knows? I don't know. I've been waiting for them to come in Lidl's or Home Bargains, and they never have. Not good, nice ones. Cat carrier. So anyway, £5. £5 from the charity shop. Couldn't resist that, because the one that I've got I was really embarrassed about the one I got. When I took the cat to the vet, it's a while ago now, I took the cat to the vet, and I've got an old-fashioned wicker cat carrier, rounded like that, right? Really, 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 really old. Well, I keep it in the shed, and I don't know whether it got woodworm in it or what it got. But anyway, so I take the cat to the vet and I put it on a lovely, pristine vet table, and then I take it off, and it's about half an inch of bits of wicker all over the vet table. And she said, "Oh, I haven't seen those for a long time." I thought, no, I bet you haven't. It's about 50 years old. But anyway, I was quite embarrassed. So when I left, I was trying to scrape it off, It was funny, it was. So, but when I left, I thought, I'd better get a plastic one, a nice, like everybody else in the waiting room. Everybody in the waiting room had a gorgeous, brand new, absolutely posh, gorgeous cat carrier with like a sheepskin lining and all that. My cat had the 50-year-old wicker basket with a towel in it. Anyway, there we are. So we've got it now. So isn't that good? The other thing I was going to tell you about, the weekend, we usually always have like a film night, We just rewatched Jaws this last night it was, which when you've not seen it for years and years and years, I mean, it is good. It was a good film. And there were loads of bits in it that I've sort of forgotten, about. Anyway, it was good. So we watched that. And Bill said to me, we had popcorn, movie night popcorn. And Bill said to me, why don't we get some of that cheese sauce mix, which is Bisto, cheese sauce mix. Why don't we? And we grind it, and grind it fine, real fine, like salt in the food processor. And then when we put the butter on the popcorn, and then we'll sprinkle it on like salt, and it'd be cheese popcorn. So we had to go with it last night. It was absolutely gorgeous. Now, you would have to grind it fine in a grinder, because they're quite biggish. Wouldn't work if you just sprinkled that on. It wouldn't really. But anyway, but if you grind it first, try it. Especially if there are any, kids, they love it. Cheese popcorn makes quite a difference. So yeah, so we did that. I've been working on borders. I've been working on cutting the grass. I've been working on all sorts of things. But you know what? It's so worth it. The garden, every year, it gets slightly better. Because every year I buy something that, new things or grow new things. Speaking of which, I love night scented stock. And I've decided to, I've set 2 trays, and I'm going to put some in a big, you could transplant them when they're like that. I'm going to put some in a big pot on the patio, and I'm going to put some in the border, and they grow to about 12 inches. I didn't realise. I thought they were a lot shorter than that, but anyway. But they'll be gorgeous in the border, won't they? Little tiny purple flower. But in the evening, the smell is just out of this world. It was one of my dad's favourites that night. He always grew it every year. And both my mother and my father were excellent gardeners. Excellent. But my dad loved freesias. He loves growing freesias. And he he had veg garden and fruit tree, and he used to have gooseberries, the green gooseberries. Nobody has them. Oh, I've not seen them for years. I might get some, but I've got no room really, unless I just grow them as a specimen shrub in a border or something. But anyway, that's lovely. So these night scented stocks in a big pot or 2 in the courtyard garden, they'll be gorgeous in the evening. When we're sitting in the courtyard garden in the evening in the summer, my sister comes down from Wales, and I play guitar and my husband plays guitar and she sings, and we've got the candles going and the wine and all that. Yeah, it's lovely. It is. It's really lovely when you can play music and stuff like that with family. You can't beat it. You cannot. It's such good fun. So I should do a video, shouldn't I? Might do a little tiny clip if we when she comes down in the summer. So that's for later. Yeah. So there we are. So I'll see you next time. Meanwhile, lots of love in the land of mist and legend.